At the start of the year, Dragon Ball announced that it was going to be going to its multiverse tournament under the name Universal Survival. All throughout this year, and really for the most part of Dragon Ball Super, this is what the series has been building up to. What we're seeing in episodes right now, and the reason they're so good, is because the story is where it needs to be. From here, almost anything can happen, and before this arc even started, I was pretty sure that the next arc was going to be revolving around Oob, and Super would move past the Dragon Ball Z ending. But recently, there's been a huge emphasis on the Grand Priest and the rest of the other angels. When Whis first showed up, he was Beerus' attendant, and soon after, he was the strongest being in Dragon Ball until the introduction of Xeno. Now, because all of these guys are so strong, and because still 2 years after Dragon Ball Super airing, nothing is known about who they are, unless we get something that straight up tells us that they're good guys. Eventually, the Grand Priest and the Angels have a good chance of being villains as the series progresses. They're already wiping out universes and laughing about it. These guys aren't good. This isn't even random speculation anymore. Anyone who's watched the last few episodes of Dragon Ball Super would have seen the Universe 9 Angel, but more specifically, the Grand Priest. The idea is that because the Omni King is a child, it's hard to believe he does any thinking for himself, and so it was the Grand Priest manipulating him to wipe out the other universes for his own agenda, and that's really why this tournament exists. When Xeno wiped out Universe 9, the God of Destruction was wiped out along with everything else, and when that happens, the Angel is supposed to become inactive and not function properly. However, that didn't happen. Universe 9's Angel is still standing there laughing like he's able to function. Universes 13 through 18 have already been destroyed, and those Angels are assumed to be dead because Xeno destroyed them when he was mad, and not because he felt like he needed to clean up the multiverse. And so right there, 6 of the Grand Priest's sons would have been killed, and there's nothing he could have done about it. That would have made him very angry at Xeno, and so this could be a plan billions of years in the making. The Grand Priest plotting to overthrow Xeno to become the new king of everything. However, the Grand Priest isn't as strong as Xeno, and honestly, I don't even think it's close. Even with all of his angelic sons on his side, he couldn't just simply overpower Xeno to become the new Omni King. There's a deeper reason for why this tournament exists, and it's looking like it has a lot to do with the Grand Priest not wanting to be an attendant to Xeno anymore. What makes the most sense at the moment is because universes 13 through 18 were wiped out without any kind of warning, that made the Grand Priest have an inner hatred towards Xeno. And ever since then, because he couldn't get his sons out of the destruction of those universes, that is why I think he's plotting something with this tournament. Now, just finally, I want to highlight this picture again. It's the latest poster that was released, and it's believed to be an essence of Goku's new form. A lot of people have been thinking that this will be the form he uses to fight against Jiren, and it might be, but the text up the top says that the work of God ends here. That doesn't sound like something to be used on Jiren. It just sounds like he'll be working with Jiren and the rest of the other universes to try and stop whatever the Grand Priest is doing, because both Goku and Jiren aren't bad guys. There's no reason they need to fight. There's just a huge misunderstanding that's been going on throughout this arc, and it's because of the Grand Priest. Anyway, that's what I think of the whole evil angel situation that's been going on. Still, the Grand Priest could be completely content with what happened with universes 13 through 18, and he could love working under Xeno, but just remember that the darkest shadows come from the light. Let me know what you think. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Dragon Ball video.